Alright, another day, another video. Today we're going to be doing a cake. Now, when I saw the cake theme get chosen, I actually got pretty excited. Because I do have a set build for cake. And basically what that is, that's like a build I've done many times before, so I'm able to like kind of pull off a lot of crazy crap. However, I did kind of do it like I was in Teams mode, so I didn't get it to like the level I wanted to, but yeah, you'll still like learn the basics from this for sure. So that's great. So to start out, just got out my blocks. We got some quartz, got some clays, and yeah, gonna change the floor. And then I went to change it to fireplace. I got some green heads, which I was gonna put on the red clay. That was gonna be cherries, but I actually like don't end up even having the time for that. Turns out solos are like really fast, and I definitely have to get better at time management. Anyways, to start off, I start off by making a bit of a dish. So to do that, I make a circle, and for this one I did a 5, and then like, kind of like a triangle shape, and then another 5. When I do circles, the most important thing is just making it like symmetrical, if that makes sense. Like if you want to have a perfect circle. So like, you also want to like decrease the increment. So let's say you start out with like 5 wide, then you change it to like 3 wide, then you go to 2 wide, then you go to 1 wide, and that's going to give it more of a curve. It's really hard for me to like explain that, but yeah, that's basically what I do when I do circles. So for this plate, I think it's like a 7-2-2, and then there's like 3 ones, and then the 2s repeat. Eh, yeah, kind of complicated now that I'm saying it. I kind of figured out this method for filling it, where I kind of fill it like a hockey stick, and I was actually doing pretty well with it. I was able to butterfly click and fill pretty quickly, for the most part. However, when I went to the other side, I did kind of struggle with it, just because like, I was a little backhanded, which that kind of makes sense. Anyways, so for the design for the dish, I just like use quartz pretty much. I like to have the pillars to kind of like set it up. And yeah, just quartz blocks on the bottom and on the top. If you have time, you could add slabs, stairs, make it look really nice, but I don't really have all the time in the world. So now we're making the cake, and for the cake, I need to make a perfect circle. So I just start out on one side, and look how I go from like 2 blocks to 1 block on the circle. That's like to give it the curve. If I went from like 2 blocks to 3 blocks, the circle would look kind of weird. Like it could still work if you mirror it, but like you can kind of tell that person doesn't know how to make circles. Anyways, that's just the most important thing. When you're making circles, like it gets thinner as the radius goes, which that sounds so weird. Whatever. Anyways, I'm striping it, so I'm using dark gray clay and light gray clay. I think it gives it this like chocolate cake type of texture, which I like a lot because then I could use snow as my frosting, and I think snow works really well as icing, so that's great. And yeah, then I make a 5-2-2 circle. Pretty simple. And yeah, then I just get that one going. And then I look at the clock and I'm like, holy crap, there's like a minute left. I really wanted to do like 3 layers on this cake, but with the time left, I realized I had to kind of speed along and like just finish what I had. So I added some drips because, frosting drips. So it's important to add. You don't want to just have like a flat piece of frosting on the top. And yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's people that'll be like, oh, well, actually, it doesn't drip that much. But you know what? On my cake, it does. So don't worry. And yeah, so I start dripping it, and then I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh my god, a minute left, I'm screwed. And I literally just start panicking. So I just start filling it as fast as I could. And I realize I'll have time probably just to finish the top layer, and then like, it'll literally like, the game will end right there. So I just speed along, finishing up the top layer. Luckily I outlined it earlier, so I don't have to like, figure that out. And yeah, now I have to add snow to it. So I pull out the snow, and you can see I'm like panicking. I'm just spamming it. It's crazy. If this is Teams mode, like you'll definitely have time to make this like 20 times better. Like it'll go higher. You'll have so much time, and it's great. But yeah, in solo, this is actually kind of the extent of what you can do. I started adding cherries, and then I realized, oh my god, I didn't even add drips to the top bit. And it's gonna look so out of place without them, so I have 10 seconds to add drips, so yay. I go pretty hard at it, add some drips. I kind of get lucky, so I just do the front. And yeah, I mean, like, that's really all you're gonna see. So, yeah, pretty okay. When it went around to me, I actually got Legendary Rain, which that was pretty awesome. Usually in solos, the voting isn't too nice to me, so that was cool to grab a nice win. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna just keep popping these out, maybe daily, you know? And yeah, keep building.